Jake, thanks so much for joining us today. And, you know, being a long snapper is not a position you choose to get all the glory and the headlines. So is long snapping something you really have a passion for, or did you just realize, hey, I'm really good at this?
Well, you know, I've been long snapping all my life in middle school, and really at the time, I really didn't know what I was doing. And then once I started, from word of mouth, I heard that long snapping could take you to college. I started to go to camps. I went to a camp called Rubio Long Snapping, and he taught me basically that if you get really good at this and practice your technique, this could be something that can take you to college. And once I learned more about it, I just started loving it more and more, and I'm just glad that I'm a long snapper.
I know you have several offers from some colleges, so that's definitely in your future. And I think what makes your story very unique is you were diagnosed with a rare eye disorder. So when did you realize that something was affecting your vision?
Well, it happened at a young age. I was diagnosed at about 2 years old, and basically what retinal cone dystrophy is what I have is basically that my eyes are sensitive to bright light, and basically I have to wear goggles during games. And really, the only thing I can't do during day games is just like go out for a 20-yard pass. But I could basically do everything else. I could run downfield, I could see the players, and I could tackle them. And then during night games or inside, I could basically do anything.
That's great. So really your eye condition didn't have anything to do with your football career. Was it something that you had to get used to, though?
I definitely had to get used to it. I mean, as a young kid, I've always wanted to be a running back, but I realized that I couldn't really do that because of my vision. So I figured the best way I could help out my team is be a center, and that's where I also play as well. And it's just the position I've always loved.
How does it affect you off the field?
Well, as far as like in the classroom, I have to sit up close, or I'll have a friend take notes for me because I may not be able to see the board sometimes. But really, I just have to be more attentive and listen more. And usually, I wear sunglasses whenever I go out and stuff like that. But really, it doesn't have a big effect on me. Most of the time, people may not even notice that I have a visual challenge, but I just live with it every day.
What goes into your game day preparation, Jake? Do you have any pregame rituals?
Well, usually before the game, I make sure that I'm good and stretched because as a long snapper, you have to be pretty flexible and loose. So even before team stretch, I'm already loose and ready to go. And I just make sure I do my drills. I make sure my hands are good and make sure all my technique is good. And then maybe about 10 minutes before we even go out, I just pray to God and just thank Him for all the opportunities He's given me. And I ask Him to bless me and my teammates and that we just do well on the field.
Looking for some divine intervention. You're not the only one out there who usually says a little prayer before they take the field. And you mentioned how much your other senses come into play when you're on the football field. You're relying on so much more than just your sight. When you're in a big stadium and when people are really loud, how does that affect what you do on the football field?
Well, I try not to let it to affect me at all. I mean, as a long snap, you have to be mentally strong. You can't let anything get to you at all. So I kind of just try to block everything out and just focus on what I have to do and just be perfect every time I snap the ball, because if you're mentally weak as a long snapper, you're not going to be a very good snapper. So I always try to be mentally strong and not let the crowds or anything get to me.
There you go. You're also a second-degree black belt. Should you be the most feared player on your football team?
I would think so. I mean, all the players on my team know I'm a second-degree black belt, and they always joke around and mess with me how I could, I guess, beat them up. I mean, I never really do anything, but I would guess so. If you asked them, they would say that I am.
Jake Munoz, you're our Mount Vernon Presbyterian High School, and you're our forward future of tough. Jake, thank you so much, and good luck making that decision on where to attend college next year. It's a fun time in your life. Enjoy it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.